it. Okay.
Hello and good evening, everybody. Welcome back to our live. I am Carla. I'm a mom of two, a full time employee, and a proud digital business owner.
Hello, everyone. My name is Luisa. I'm also a mom of two, a full-time employee, and a proud digital business owner.
Hello guys, good evening. My name is Candy. I'm also a mom of two, a full-time employee, and a proud digital business owner.
Yeah, so welcome back and thank you again for joining us. Thank you to all our viewers who are watching right now. We appreciate your support. So our topic for today is adjusting your strategy for better results, even when it's scary. So, have you ever played a game and kept losing, and even though you were trying your best? So then someone gave you a tip or showed you a better way, and then suddenly you started winning. That's what adjusting your strategy means. So sometimes we think we're doing all the things right, but if we're not getting the results we want, it might be time to change how we're playing the game. So whether it's in life, in school, or in business, especially a digital business like ours, making small changes can lead to big success. So today, let's talk about 6 powerful ways to adjust your strategy so you can start seeing better results. You'll see how this shows up in real life and how we use it in our own journey. So the first is recognizing when something isn't working. So at first, I didn't realize that posting random things on social media wasn't helping my digital business. So I thought being visible was enough. But after weeks of, especially in the beginning, after weeks of no real interest or leads, I had to pause and ask myself, is this really working? And that was a hard question because I felt like I was trying so hard. But here's the thing, just because we're working hard doesn't mean you're working smart. So recognizing that something isn't working doesn't mean you failed. It just means it's time to change direction. So imagine you're trying to build a sandcastle, but your sand keeps falling apart. Would you keep using dry sand over and over, or would you try wetting it a little so it holds better? So that's what adjusting your strategy is, looking for the wet sand that works better. So in our digital business, I learned that instead of just posting like buy now or look at this, or I needed to start sharing real stories about how this business helped me as a mom, about the freedom it gave me to be home more, and about the dream life I'm building. So that tiny shift helped people relate to me. And that's when things started to change. So if something you're doing isn't getting the results you want, whether it's how you post, how you talk about your business, or how often you show up, just take a step back and ask yourself, is this really working? And if it's not, it's okay to try something new.
And then the second one is ask for feedback and be open to help. So when I first started, I thought I had to figure it all out on my own, but I was stuck. Then one day I asked one of our mentors in the business, "What do you think I can improve?" And guess what? They saw things I couldn't see. They told me my videos didn't share why I started, and that was that I was hiding my face too much, and I didn't even realize it. So sometimes we're too close to our own work to see what's missing. Like if you're coloring a picture and you think it's perfect, but someone else points out you forgot to color the sun. That doesn't mean you're bad at coloring. It just means a fresh pair of eyes help you see what you miss. So in this digital business, we're surrounded by a community that wants us to succeed, but we have to be humble enough to ask for help. So I started messaging accountability partners and saying, can you watch this video and tell me what you think? Their tips helped me speak more confidently and show more of my heart, and that made a big difference. So being open to feedback is a powerful way to adjust your strategy. You don't have to know it all. You just need to be willing to learn and grow. And when you're part of a team like ours, you never have to figure out alone.
Yes. And then the third one is simplify what you're doing. So at one point, I was overcomplicating everything, trying to edit perfect videos, use fancy words, and follow a super detailed content calendar. I thought doing more would bring better results. But honestly, I was overwhelmed and burnt out. And guess what? My audience could feel that too. So I decided to simplify. I went back to basics, talk about my day, share what this business is helping me do, like being more present with my kids and enjoying the time, with my husband, and invite others to message me if they're curious. No fancy editing, just me showing up as I am. And that's when people started messaging me more. Why? Because it felt real. So simplifying doesn't mean being lazy. It means focusing on what works and letting go of the extra stuff that's just taking up your time. So imagine if you're packing a suitcase and you keep stuffing it with clothes you don't need, overpacking. It gets too heavy and you can zip it shut, before. But if you pack only what's necessary, it's lighter, easier, and you can move freely. So that's what simplifying does for your strategy. It helps you move better. So if you're feeling stuck, ask yourself, what can I let go of? You might find that doing less actually brings you more results, especially when you're doing the right things.
Yes, and then the next is we have to learn from people who are where you want to be. So, one of the best things I did was start following and learning from other successful digital business owners. So, in fact, they're actually the reason why I started my own digital business because of them. So, I followed them. I didn't copy them, but I paid attention to how they spoke, how they showed up, and how they shared their stories. So it's like watching someone, ride a bike before trying it yourself, right? You learn faster by watching someone who already knows how. So sometimes we think we have to figure it out our own way. But if someone already made the map, why not follow it? So I found someone, who's, again, she's the reason why I started this business, right? So she was already living the life I wanted, more time freedom, a business from home. She inspires others. So, I paid attention. I listened to her lives. I watched it. I took notes. I joined the trainings and I let myself be coached. So in this digital business, we have mentors and teammates who freely share what's working for them. So you just have to, choose what's right for you, apply those tips, and then you'll see better results. So that's not luck. That's learning and adjusting based on what already works for others. So if you want better results, look at someone who's already where you want to be. Ask questions. And a lot of the people who are successful in our business are super willing to help you out. They want to see you succeed. So ask questions, observe how they talk about the business, observe how they post, how they go live. Use their example to guide your next step. So there's no shame in learning. It's actually one of the smartest strategies you can use.
Then the fifth one is test and track what you're doing. Sometimes we try something once and it doesn't work right away. We give up. But in business and also in life, not everything works the first time. So that's why it's important to test different things and pay attention to what works best. So that's called tracking. And I started doing little tests in my digital business. Once a week, I focus on doing short reels with voiceovers, and then another week I would do face to camera video sharing my daily routine. And I paid attention to which ones got more views or comments or messages, and over time I saw that pattern, and now I know what the audience wants. So testing is like trying different ways to ride your bike. Sometimes you need training wheels. Other times you might need a push to start, but once you find the way that works for you, you ride smoother and faster. That's what testing does, and it helps you ride your business in the way that works best for your style. And tracking also keeps you from feeling like, oh, nothing's working. But when you write down what you tried and what happened, you start seeing what's actually working. And then you can do more of that. So it makes your strategy sharper, smarter, and more effective.
Yes, and then the last one is don't be afraid to start over with a better plan. So, one of the bravest things you can do is start fresh. I've done it more than once. There were times I had to completely change my schedule, my message, or even the way I talked about my business because I realized the old way wasn't working. And guess what? Starting over didn't set me back, it helped me grow faster. So starting over doesn't mean you failed. It means you're smart enough to shift. Imagine you're doing a puzzle and the piece doesn't fit. Do you keep forcing it or do you try another piece? That's how strategy works. When you find the piece that fits, everything starts to come together. So in my business, I once took a break to reset my energy and my message. I came back with more clarity, more confidence, and a better plan. And that made all the difference. My audience could feel the shift and new people started reaching out. So if you feel like your strategy isn't working, it's okay to hit reset. You're not starting from scratch. You're starting from experience. And when you bring fresh energy and a better plan, your results will follow.
Yeah, so if it seems like nothing is working out for you, don't quit. Maybe you just need to adjust your strategy. So again, it doesn't mean that you're doing it wrong. It means like you care enough to do it better. So it means you're ready to learn, grow, and reach the goals that matter to you. So whether you're just starting or you've been in this business for a while, remember that small shifts can create big breakthroughs. So in our digital business, you don't have to guess your way through. We have tools, trainings, and a supportive community that shows you exactly how to build smarter, not harder. So if you're tired of trying things that don't work and you're ready for a better way, come message us, either any one of us, and we'd love to show you how this system works and how it's changed everything for us. So let's adjust your strategy together and build something amazing.
Yes, you may join our free live webinar on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 5 p.m. Pacific time. And, but, just by simply registering to any of our website. Mine is luisaenriquez.com. Candice is theinglegacy.com. And Carla's is carlapurganan.com. And once you enter your name and email address, it will walk you through the overview of this business and how it's helping a lot of people create more time while earning without needing to be a tech savvy or without any previous business experience. So see it for yourself. Reach out to any one of us because your future might just start here.
Yes, so if any of what we've shared resonated with you, if you're feeling tired from doing so much but seeing so little progress, you're tired of your 9 to 5 job, you want a change, or just want to make an extra income, please do check out our digital business. We have a system that you can follow, mentors who will actually guide you, and the flexibility to adjust your schedule. You can work from home. It can work around your full-time job and be present with your kids. So if that's something that you want in your life, please send us a message and we'd love to help you.
Yeah, so that's it for us today. Thank you again for joining us. If you've reached all the way to the end, we appreciate you. Thank you so much. Come back again tomorrow for another topic, and hopefully, we'll see you again soon. Bye. Thank
All right, thank
you.
you.
Good night.